Alright everybody, welcome to Mamaw's Kitchen, where Mamaw's going to cook another one of our family favorite recipes. Take it away, Mamaw.
Today we're going to do Indian tacos, one of the favorites of my grandkids. I have already measured out the flour and everything to go a little bit quicker so you don't have to watch the video quite so long. This is 4 cups of white flour. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon and a half of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to stir that around first before I add the water and the oil. This is a nice soft dough and it's really nice to work with. 1.5 cups of warm to hot water. And then 3 tablespoons of oil. All of this is going to mix together, and then we're going to wrap it in plastic wrap and let it sit for 30 minutes. So this part is really simple and easy to do. Once we start frying and we do all of that, this is kind of a time-consuming meal. So this is not one of those quick meals that we've been doing recently. So this one's going to take you some time. Well worth the effort, though. All right, well, I'm just slinging flour everywhere, everybody. Sorry about that. My grandkids love this meal. It's something that they grew up with, and they really enjoy it. All right, we're going to just take this out and knead it just a little bit to kind of get it to mix together a little bit better. It didn't want to work together with that bread whisk, so we're going to just push it all together. Remember that kneading motion that we do? Push in with the palm of your hand and then flip it in together. Same thing. All right, we're just going to seal this nice and tight. We do let this sit for 30 minutes. That does something super special with the gluten that's in it. Uncle Clinton knows all the technical stuff. I don't, but that's will just rest on the counter. While that's resting, I'm going to clean off our countertop and then I'll show you how to do the meat. All right, we're going to do some turkey burger. I've already got the skillet heating up. We're going to really get this one going hot and ready. I'm going to separate it. While this is cooking, I'm going to add our seasonings. I'm going to do just a little bit of onion. We've already got this nice tray. Look at all that stuff to put on top of the Indian tacos, the toppings. I'm just going to steal a little bit of those onions and put them in here. All right. And then we're going to do red pepper flakes. You can adjust this as much as you would like. We probably did it medium, would you say?
Well, it's a little bit over here now.
Yeah. So just cover the top pretty good. Okay. And then we're going to do, again, about a teaspoon of garlic. Tell you what, let's start with a teaspoon. And if it doesn't look like enough, we'll add a little bit more. How's that? Sprinkle it all around the top. That looks pretty good. Okay, stop with that. Now, I will add tomato sauce to this at the end after all of the meat is browned. But right now, I am just going to stir this and let it cook. right, still browning the meat. I forgot to do the salt and pepper earlier. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of salt and then do some pepper with Grandpa's pepper grinder. Now this one, I want it quite a bit more flavor, so we're going to add quite a bit this time. There you go. Okay, we're just going to keep browning it. We have a small can of tomato sauce. I'm going to add this whole can to this meat. This is probably about 1.5 pounds of that turkey meat. And we've got it all cooked all the way through. I'm going to add the tomato sauce. I'm going to stick this in the oven at 350 and let this tomato sauce cook into this meat while we're cooking the Indian fry bread. So the meat will soak up that sauce and get the flavor that we want. This is going to bring out more of that garlic, salt, and pepper flavor too. So we're going to stick this in the oven and then we'll start the fry bread. We're going to unwrap the dough. I'm going to cut off about walnut size. What would you say? What's that? It's bigger than a walnut? Golf ball. How's that? Okay. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on our board. Remember, space is a premium in the little house, so it's harder to make space to do all the little things we want to do here, but I don't want to do very much. Just want to roll it out. We're not making huge fry bread. We're just making a small one, and then I'll make quite a few of them so that you can see. So I've got the hot oil already. I've got it in this, what? Oh, the thickness, I'm sorry. Okay, so we've got a hot oil already going. I did it at 350 degrees. I thought we were up to temp because I thought I could smell the oil, but I don't see our little ripples. Let's wait just a little bit. Okay, this is the last one. That's a little bit big, but we'll just use it anyway. All right, we're going to fry these. We raised our temperature up to about 370 degrees in our oil. Uncle Clinton was doing a little trick where he would drop just a little bit of flour in there. See those little bubbles come up? So that tells us we're doing great. And we've got the little ripples in there. So we're ready to roll with this. We're going to fry these one at a time. We're put them on a plate with paper towels, and then you can kind of stack them all the way around the plate. One of the things about Indian tacos that we like is we'll make the Indian tacos, and then with whatever is left over, we will add some cinnamon sugar to it and then dip it in some honey. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's so wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna let this fry. It's gonna float up. Then we're gonna flip it over. I'm gonna give it just a little bit of time. Now, one of the things about fry bread is, there you go. See the bubbles? Fry bread's gonna have these little bubbles that'll pop up. It's gonna expand in the heat, and then we will cook this and then flip it over. I don't do it to where it's a really dark brown. It makes it where it's extra crispy, I think, and I don't enjoy that. See this little bit of brown right here where it's getting a little bit browner? That's kind of what we're looking for on both sides. And then we'll take this out, put it on the paper towel, and start with the next one. As you're frying the fry bread, make sure that when you take it out, you flip it on its side and you let as much of the grease drip out as you're cooking it. That way, when you eat this later, it doesn't feel like it's got a lot of grease in it. I love that nice bit of brown that's right there. There you go. Look how pretty those are turning out. They are thicker, see, than what we originally put them in. This is the thickness, and this is what they cook up to. So you can really see a difference. I'm going to just drop this one back down in that oil. There, I usually use a deeper pan, y'all, but I really wanted you to be able to see it cooking. So when you're doing your own, you can use a much deeper pan. You can do more oil, and you don't have to have this small amount of oil. But I wanted you to be able to watch the process of cooking and not have to deal with the height of the sides of the pan. But see that air bubbles that are going in them? This is just part of the fun of cooking. I think you should have fun while you're doing what you're doing. Be able to enjoy it. There you go. See how it's turning brown before I flip it over? It's just got a real light pale brown. I like them to be soft bread, and so that's why we're doing it this way. I suppose there are some folks that like it cooked a whole lot more, but this is our preference, so this is how we do it. All right, this is the last one going in. Now remember I said at the beginning, this is time consuming. We've literally been doing fry bread for 45 minutes. So if you are planning this meal for other friends and family and you want to serve this, you're gonna need to adjust your schedule because this was 45 minutes to make fry bread. All right, we're gonna build one. Look at all these, how pretty they are. Got them all stacked up and on their sides. I'm going to take this one. So we didn't talk about this before, but let's do that. We mixed pinto beans and black beans. We dumped all the liquid out of the can, and then we microwaved these 4 minutes. We added a little bit of Velveeta cheese to it, and this is what it looks like. The cheese makes it a little bit creamier, and we like it. So that's what we did for you. All right. We put a little bit of Zatarain's in it too. Uncle Clinton reminded me. So it's got a little bit extra spice. All right. So I'm doing the beans on the bottom. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add some of our meat. This is what our meat looked like when it came out of the oven. Look how pretty that is. All right. I'm going to spread this around. Toppings. We made the toppings beforehand, so you didn't have to watch me prep all of that, but I'm going to go with lettuce. And I'm going to skip the onions because I have onions in the meat, and that's how I enjoy it. I've got black olives. I'm using my fingers, y'all. Tomatoes. We're going to add a little bit of jalapenos. I'll switch hands, do the cheese, so I don't add the jalapenos to it. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of homemade salsa. And then my favorite topping and the last topping is going to be sour cream, and I like a big dollop of it on there. Let's do a little bit more. There you go. All right. That's a work of art. Y'all enjoy.